If you're looking for the cheapest, and I mean cheapest coins out there to build your God Squad, head over to aoeah.com. They are fast and reliable, and make sure you use code WOLF to get 3% off. Link is in the description. Now, for those of you guys that don't run Madden defense or don't know how to run it properly, this video is going to be for you if you're newer to Madden. You can practice this now, and it's still going to be the same thing for Madden 23. I promise, it always is. Now, why do I run Madden defense? Because you have teams like the Panthers, bro, that just dominate when it comes to Madden defense. If you know how to set up things properly, you're going to dominate. Now, for the advanced Madden defense, it's in the members section. So we go further as far as steps and adjustments, but I'll show you guys pretty much a lot of it, but more of it is in the members section. So become a member today. All right. So like I said, whatever you learn now, it's going to work Madden 23. Just apply the same strategies. Okay. Now, I stopped using the Panthers and Regs because I kept getting a lot of ish for it, because very good man defensive team. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, we're gonna come over here to the depth chart, and this is what you should do with your teams. But we're gonna come to our cornerback so you guys can actually see how we run it. So I had to stop using them. Went like on a 25 game win streak before people were complaining, oh, you're cheating, you're using it, you know what I mean? It just, I got a lot of those comments, but in all honesty, I don't give a damn. But I was just trying to show people, hey, you could dominate one man defense if you have the right people. So right here, as far as speed, we got Gilmore Jackson at 96 speed. All our corners are pretty good, okay? And their man defensive ratings is pretty good too. So we have Jackson, Gilmore, we have Horn, Henderson, we have Pride, all right? And you have Chen. You even have Chen as a free safety, bro. Imagine you move him to your user. 93 speed. You can even move Jackson. If depending on the defense that you're running, you can use Jackson as your user. You know what I mean? But we put him on the line as far as coverage goes. So you have a bunch of speed on this team as far as, but you can even look at the man defensive rating. Now for Regs, man defense, it's not going to be like MUT. Man defense on MUT, you know, they exaggerate a lot of things to sell the cards, but in Regs, you don't have that. Okay. So you have to just rely, but look at Gilmore, 95 man coverage, 81 from Jackson. In Regs is really good. Bouye, okay? His man defense 83. For Regs, that is really good. Okay, now for Ultimate Team, probably doesn't seem like that now, but remember, you didn't have this man defensive coverage at the beginning of Ultimate Team. We had it in Regs already. You know what I mean? So these positions right here, you wanna look at your man coverage ratings and use them. So we want to use Bouye. Now we're gonna go ahead and look at Bouye's speed so we know exactly where to put him, because you don't want him on your outside. You probably want him maybe in the inside, but let's see his speed so you guys can actually see what the vibes are. So he's at 88 speed. So we don't really want to use him too much, but we want to apply him in certain situations. Okay. But as far as everybody else, you see the vibes. We got Horn, Jackson, Gilmore, and then depending on the agility and acceleration, we may go with Pride. Okay. So just for the speed. So like I said, you have a bunch of corners on this team that just cook. So what does this mean? We're gonna be in the 146 out of the Ravens defensive playbook. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our personnel right here from the 146 and see who we have. Now we are in the Ravens defensive playbook. I like to use the 146 in man defense because it's really good. However, you probably want to apply this to the 335. This one doesn't have, it has 335 wide. You can probably use that. 335 wide, you can do that. But for this one right here, because we want speed, it's going to be dime 146. Obvious passing situations is when I use it, but we want to see who we got on the outside. We got Jackson. I would imagine over here we have Gilmore. At the top, we should have Chen. Boom. And then we have Burris. Now, what you can do, since these guys are zone defenders, right? Chen is too fast to just be putting out there in a blue zone. So let's go ahead and take him out, and then we could put corners back there if we want. Okay, we could put Pride right back here. We can go ahead and put another fast cornerback back there, and then we can move our best safeties down to the middle. So right here, Chen could be our user. Over here, it can be Hartsfield. Now why? Because these guys are very fast. Okay, these guys are fast, so we can move fast corners that are going to be in zone defense to the outside. Free safety is going to cook on the inside, and then we have our outside corners. Now I'm going to come to my coaching adjustments and my cornerback matchups. I'm going to go by speed. All right. Ball in the air defense, you can leave it on balance however you want to do it. You can leave it on play ball. If you're running man defense, I wouldn't put play ball. I would put swap ball. However, you want to try to get a pick, put it on balance. So a man defense, you're going to get better animations with swap ball than you are with play ball, because in 1v1 situations, your opponent's going to try to pick the ball off. And if he misses it, touchdown. Now, to start it off, I always go at 20 with my flats right here, okay? And then I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I run it. Now there's variations, okay? Name of the play, we're gonna be cover 2 man. Let me just talk to you guys about this real quick and how I would run it. Let's just assume, we'll just run a vertical so you guys can see the differences in how we set things up. Okay, so verticals, boom, okay? What we wanna do is we wanna identify the running back. So right here, you see that it's not auto flipped running backs on the opposite side. This isn't good. What I do, if it's like this and I'm in game, I'm gonna go ahead and just put Hartsfield on them. So what I'll do, it's not letting me. We wanna go ahead and man coverage the running back and flip the priority, okay? So we're gonna put ourselves on a blitz for better angles, better change of direction. You wanna go ahead and put yourself on a blitz, leave him on the man defense. Now, if I'm going to leave deep halves out here, why is my camera messed up? Okay, right there. Okay, if I'm going to leave deep halves out there, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make sure this deep half comes out. I'm gonna press wire triangle left stick down, and I'm gonna shade underneath wire triangle right stick down. That means that everybody's gonna play underneath the route. So as he snaps the ball, we can pick up who we think, usually in the middle of the field. Looks like maybe this guy, maybe tight end. He's got nowhere really to go. Now, one thing that the AI knows that not a lot of people know, and maybe some advanced players, is you can low ball underneath man defense. So if someone's smart enough, they know to hit you with that. So if you're on offense trying to run against man defense, make sure you're throwing low ball routes like hitches, curls, you know what I mean? Again, same thing. We're gonna shade underneath, wire triangle, left stick down for press, wire triangle, right stick down for underneath. These guys are gonna bite underneath coverages routes. We look for the space ones and we try to close them. Boom, too much pressure. Let me show you what's happening on defense with that adjustment right here, because not a lot of people do it. Now, I only run that adjustment if I leave the 2 zones. If I leave the 2 blues, I'll do that. And there's another thing you have to worry about. I'm gonna talk to you guys about that. So right here, you're gonna notice these guys are gonna try to play underneath the routes. Boom, underneath. What else we got here? This guy's here with the running back. Now, right here, you'll see with my user, I have to close this one. Now, if I do a different setup, I don't have to close this one, okay? All right, so right there, you can watch that drag, do the same setup, but what people like to do, bro, okay? This is what they like to do is they'll run a deep post, middle post over your deep paths, okay? So you'll set up your people, but then your guy over here is gonna hit you right over the middle. So what I like to do is I'll do this shade underneath, pass commit if I know they're gonna pass, right? And then he snaps the ball, I come and I play the middle waiting for those post routes because they come. Now, you see the drag, you see that it's open, right? How do we stop that? Okay, so what we can do is we change not change our coaching adjustments, but change our field adjustments. So we're gonna pick the same play. Okay, let's just pick the same play. Actually, it is coaching adjustments, my bad, son, my bad. Let's go ahead and start this over. Please bear with me through these difficult times. Coaching adjustments, we wanna change these to 5. So here's what I do now, okay? What I do when I wanna use the 5-yard clouds is I won't press. I'll go ahead and put these guys in clouds like this, put myself on a blitz. I'll QB contain pass commit if I know it's passing, right? Because it's typically when I use this defense is when I know they're gonna pass. So I'll pass commit. Now inside outside shading, I go over in the advanced membership, in the membership section for the advanced tips. So check it out. When he snaps the ball, you'll see that the cloud is gonna come over here, worry about the drag route from the tight end, and then what we have to worry about is the deep post or the crossing route, whichever you prefer. Okay, so as he snaps the ball, boom, we come this way, we're gonna guard the crossing route. You'll see we got someone there as far as the cloud flat goes. So back over here. Now, some people still throw that. Obviously, the computer's gonna throw it because that's his check down, right? But we make sure that we have somebody in that vicinity, this vicinity right here. Now, what you can do is you can come back. All right, let's go ahead and choose new play. Different options, different things, different techniques. You can come over here and change your curl flats to 5, okay? And then run the same thing so you don't have to shade down and up. So let's go ahead and run the same thing. And I'll show you the difference about with that and what's happening. So we can put these guys in cloud flats, man up the running back, blitz myself, pass commit, okay? QB contain if you think he's gonna roll out, spread the line to make sure you get outside leverage as far as your block shedding goes. So as he snaps the ball, we have our curl flat set to 5 now. We're watching the same thing over the right, over the middle, boom. Now, I want you guys to see the difference between that cloud and the curl flat. I'm gonna go ahead and go to instant replay. I don't know if you remember what the cloud flat did, but this curl flat right here is going to play closer. He still went out to the outside, but he's playing a little bit closer inside, and he's actually closer to the numbers. This is the difference between curls and clouds set at 5 yards. They play closer. Probably discourage your opponent from throwing that, but you see that we're right there ready to make contact immediately. Okay, and then we're able to get stops, maybe picks, maybe a sack. Just depends on the situation. Now you can also change this to a cloud flat first and set this guy to 25. If you think the crossing route's coming, you change the cloud flat to 25 and then put a 5-yard curl flat on this side. You'll see me do this in my gameplays as well. You could do that as well. So you'll see, let me just show you guys what I mean. Let's go over here to, we're gonna use the same play, but let's go ahead and do our coaching adjustment. So we can come back to our clouds to 20, 25, curl flats to 5, like this. Come back to this play, okay? And then like I said, down up, curl flat, man up the running back, blitz myself, QB contain, pass commit. Like this, okay? It's a little bit more advanced, but you guys will get the hang of it. So now we can watch what happens. Now all I have to do is bite this, jump straight up like this. I mean, he literally has nowhere to go, but the computer, the defense is not really that good as far as stopping that. But let me show you what's going on over here. So if you know trips formations like I do, this is exactly how you're going to set up your defense, okay? So this guy is going to drop back 25 yards. So the crossing route comes over the field. You'll see him coming over here. He's in that way for the most part. He's in the way. It'll discourage your opponent from wanting to throw that. You can put him for 30 if you want. And then we have the curl flat coming down for 5 yards, okay? So the drag route, boom, trying to take that away. We're just in the area, trying to discourage your opponent. When he throws the little check down over here, which is crazy to me because you would think that the AI would attempt to swat, and that's probably why you want to use a swat ball mechanic. Maybe he'll stop that, maybe he'll swat that. Anyway, just wanted to share these tips with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you drop a like. The member section has advanced as far as inside outside shading.